Okay, here is the last lecture on the mesoionic molecules, and this is about the second part on the tetrazolium 5 thiolates. If you remember what was there in the first part, let me remind. It is all about the synthetic methods. We have discussed two important synthetic methods. The first one was starting from a dithiazone molecules and carrying out oxidation in presence of manganese dioxide results in the synthesis of our 1,2,3,4 tetrazolium 5 thiolate, right? And after that, in the first part, we also discussed a second chemical reaction that starts from this type of diphenyl thiocarbazide followed by the reaction with diethoxysulfide will yield our tetrazolium 5 thiolate molecule. Apart from these two synthetic methods, we have also seen in the first part two chemical reactions. The first one was the alkylation reaction in which the tetrazolium 5 thiolate reacts with the chloroacetic acid resulting in the generation of this kind of tetrazolium chloride. And also we have seen that what kind of reaction was there in the thermal rearrangement in which heating this mesoionic molecule at high temperature will result in what? The shifting of this phenyl ring from this nitrogen here to this one here, resulting in the formation of this kind of isomeric product, right? So this is all what we have discussed in the first part. I mean, two different synthetic methods and two different chemical reactions. And now let us see what will be there in this second part. So basically, we will be continuing with the chemical reactivity. So after alkylation and thermal rearrangement, we will be talking about two other chemical reactions. The first one will be the cycloaddition reaction, and the second one will be the reactions involving dihydrodithiazone as a cyclic valence tautomer, right? And if you remember in the previous lecture, I have also described that what is this dihydrodithiazone. If this is the basic skeleton of our 1,2,3,4 tetrazolium 5 thiolate molecule in which the positive charge is present here in the center, or it is dispersed over this ring system here. Now whatever R1 and R2 groups are present here, when these will be phenyl, both the R1 and R2 will be phenyl, this molecule here is known as the dihydrodithiazone, right? And when it will be following its acyclic valence tautomer, what different kind of reactions this acyclic valence tautomer will be giving, that we will be discussing in this category here, right? So now let us start with the very first reaction, that is the cycloaddition reaction. This is the first reaction in which you can see that our tetrazolium 5 thiolate is reacting with a molecule of DMAD, or the dimethyl acetylene dicarboxylate, in which both these groups are what? They are good leaving groups. I mean, this group here is a good leaving group, as well as this group here is also a good leaving group, such that now the sulfur negative will be going to attack here on any of these carbon atoms, because it is a symmetrical type of molecule, sending the electrons of the triple bond or the pi bond onto the second carbon atom in this way, right? So that you can see here a new bond formation will take place in between this sulfur atom and this sulfur atom, as well as this carbon atom here. You can see this is the new bond formed here, right? And moreover, whatever negative charge will come here on this carbon atom, that will be stabilized because of the presence of a good leaving group here, right? So we can say that this is the driving force for this reaction, which is going in this direction here, right? And after that, we can even show resonance here, I mean in this part of the molecule, which will be like what? That the nitrogen having a positive charge will be attracting the pi electrons towards itself in this way, giving what? A positive charge on the adjacent nitrogen atom, I mean in this way, right? So now you can see that the nitrogen here is having a positive charge and this carbon atom here is having a negative charge. Both the charges are present in the same molecule, so an intramolecular type of bond formation will take place here in between this positive and the negative charge, because it will be resulting in the formation of a 5-membered ring structure. You can count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here, right? So this will be the new bond formed here, resulting in the formation of this kind of final product molecule when our mesoionic molecule will be undergoing a cycloaddition reaction with a DMAT type of molecule. And one more thing I want to attract your attention is that this kind of cycloaddition reaction is a lot different from those 1,3 dipolar cycloaddition reactions in case of the type A mesoionic molecules, right? So it is very clear from this reaction mechanism that these kind of cycloaddition reactions are different kinds of reactions, and thus the basic difference will always be there in the reactivity of type A and type B mesoionic molecules, right? So after that, let us have a look on the second cycloaddition reaction, in which you can see that we can always draw an equivalent structure for our mesoionic molecule by putting two double bonds here, the first one like this and the second one like this. And do not forget to put a positive charge here on this nitrogen atom, right? And now you can see here that this is our substrate, this is our substrate molecule, in which we are having 2 cyano on this carbon atom, then a double bond and 2 cyano on this carbon atom here, right? So now once again a cycloaddition reaction will be there, but how that will be happening? In the same way, the sulfur negative will be attacking on any of these 2 carbon atoms because it is a symmetrical molecule, sending these electrons onto the adjacent carbon atom in this way, right? So that a new bond formation will be there, as we have seen in the previous case, in between the sulfur and the carbon atom of our substrate molecule, I mean this one here. And you can see here this is the new bond formation, right? And with this mechanism here, this carbon atom will now be having a negative charge, which is visible already here on this carbon atom. So that we can say here what is the driving force for this reaction. Whatever negative charge is appearing on this carbon atom, that is being stabilized because of the presence of 2 electron withdrawing cyano groups here, right? So this reaction will be definitely be going in this direction, resulting in the formation of this kind of intermediate, right? And after that, we can show resonance even here in this part of the molecule. That will be something like this here, sending pi electrons onto the nitrogen having a positive charge. Because of that, this positive charge here will be dispersed, which is no longer visible on this nitrogen atom here. But what is happening is, because of this resonance, now this nitrogen atom is having a positive charge, right? And once again, an intramolecular type of cyclization will take place here, because the nitrogen here is having a positive charge and this carbon atom here is having a negative charge. You can see here a new bond formation will take place in this way, resulting in the formation of a 5-membered stable ring here, such that this molecule will be the final product in this kind of mechanism. Okay, so basically this mechanism here is exactly similar to the mechanism of the reaction which we have discussed previously, right? The only difference is in the substrate molecule, I mean this one here, right? And after that, let us now talk about the reactions involving dihydrodiathiazone as the cyclic valence tautomer, right? So once again, the dihydrodiathiazone is what? It is our 1, 2, 3, 4 tetrazolium 5 thiolate mesoionic molecule, in which the R1 and the R2 group are what? These are the phenyl ring systems, right? So we will be calling this particular molecule as the dihydrodiathiazone, right? So now, how we can draw the acyclic valence tautomer for this molecule? That is quite simple. We can say that the valence tautomer will be something like this, in which these electrons will be shifting here, and whatever double bond will be present here, and one double bond will be present here like this, and this positive charge will not be here, it will be on this nitrogen atom. And because of the shifting of these negative electrons onto this carbon and the sulfur bond, what will happen is that these electrons will shift here in between the nitrogen and the nitrogen, sending these electrons onto this nitrogen atom, resulting in the opening of this ring system to give this type of acyclic valence tautomer, right? And now we will see that what different chemical reactions this acyclic valence tautomer can give, this all will come under this topic here. I mean the reactions involving this dihydrodithiazone as the acyclic valence tautomer, right? So let us have a look on the first reaction. So here you can see the dihydrodithiazone mesoionic molecule, and here is the valence tautomeric form of this molecule here, and you can see that the substrate is what it is, this kind of molecule, and I can always represent my valence tautomer in this way. It is that same molecule here. It is that same molecule here. It is only being represented in a different type of orientation, right? It is that same molecule. So now I can even draw this molecule here in this way, so that the understanding of the mechanism becomes easy here. And you can see that when I will be orienting the second substrate molecule, I mean this, in this way, you will see that a double bond, single double bond system is present here, and one double bond is present here on this way, such that it can act as my diene molecule, and this can act as a dienophile molecule, resulting in a 4+2 cycloaddition type of reaction, and the mechanism will go like this, right? So because of this cyclization, what will happen is that a new bond formation will take place in between this sulfur and this carbon atom here, in the same way between this nitrogen and this carbon atom, and whatever double bonds will present here, they will now become a single bond like this, as well as this here, and even this single bond will now become a double bond, resulting in the formation of a final product, something like this, right? So this was the first reaction in which the dihydrodithiazone molecule was first of all converted into the acyclic valence tautomer, which was giving further kind of reactions. And this first reaction was with what? It was with this molecule here undergoing a 4+2 cycloaddition type of mechanism, finally resulting in the formation of this type of product molecule. And with a similar type of mechanism, here is the second reaction in which the same dihydrodithiazone mesoionic molecule is giving its valence open chain tautomer, which you can see here, right? The only difference here in the second reaction is that we have some other kind of substrate molecule, but this is also containing one double bond here, right? So that this part of the molecule, it can appear as a diene, and this part here of this substrate molecule, it can act as a dienophile, right? Such that I can show the reaction in this way. First of all, I can show the orientation of this substrate molecule in this way here, so that the understanding of the reaction mechanism becomes quite easy for us. So you can see that this is the dienophile, and here is the diene, and once again a 4+2 cycloaddition in this way. I mean these electrons shifting here, sending these electrons in between the carbon and the nitrogen, and then these electrons shifting onto this side will result in the formation of a cyclized type of product that will be like this, in which a new bond formation will be there in between this sulfur and this carbon atom, and then between this carbon of the substrate and this nitrogen of our mesoionic molecule, right? So basically the mechanism is same as that of the previous reaction, and even in this case the dihydrodithiazone molecule is first of all being converted into the valence acyclic open chain tautomer, which upon reaction with this substrate following a 4+2 cycloaddition reaction is resulting in the formation of this type of product here, right? So now it is time to have a look on the last and the third chemical reaction under this category, in which a similar type of story is going, resulting in the formation of this kind of valence tautomer, which can be represented into this equivalent type of representation, right? So you can see here it is this same molecule here. It is just a matter of representation that I have shown it in this way, right? So that you can see in this part of the molecule, this is acting as our diene, and this double bond of the benzene ring or the phenyl ring is acting as the dienophile, such that now the reaction will be an intramolecular type of reaction here. Let me write here, this will be an intramolecular molecular type of reaction, the diene as well as the dienophile, they are present within the same molecule, right? But this was not the case in our previous two reactions. Both the reactions which we have just discussed, they were a type of an intermolecular type of reactions in which the mesoionic was reacting with some other substrate molecule, right? But in this case, the diene as well as the dienophile, they are present in the same reactant molecule. So undergoing a 4+2 cycloaddition mechanism, it will be resulting in the formation of this type of cyclized product, right? But one thing is that this product here is non-aromatic in nature, because with the formation of a bond in between this carbon atom and this sulfur atom here, what will happen is that loss of aromaticity will take place, as you can see here in this ring system, right? So now we have to think that how we can regain the aromaticity in this. So for that, what can be done here is that whatever hydrogen atom is present here on this carbon atom of this non-aromatic ring system, when it will be shifting here in this way, sending these electrons onto the nitrogen atom, such that now the nitrogen will be having a negative charge. So what will happen is, by the loss of this H positive ion or the proton, a double bond will now appear at this position here, giving this type of aromatic molecule which you can see here, right? So this is just the regaining of aromaticity in this molecule in this way, right? And the last step is what it is, the addition of a molecule of acetic acid. Being acid, it will be giving a proton that will be going to this nitrogen negative, resulting in the formation of this NH, and this will be the final product of this reaction here, okay? So in this category, we have seen that the dihydrodiethiazone, it can act as an acyclic valence tautomer, which can give a variety of chemical reactions. And the last reaction is what? It is an intramolecular type of reaction in which the diene and the dienophile, they are present within the same molecule. Undergoing a 4+2 intramolecular cycloaddition, they are resulting in the formation of this kind of non-aromatic molecule, which will regain the aromaticity by the loss of this proton here, resulting in the formation of this aromatic molecule, which will abstract a proton from the acetic acid, resulting in the formation of this as the final product. Thank you so much.